My name is Nicole Welch and I'm an artist and I work primarily with photography and video at the moment. And in recent years I've been exploring landscape as a theme in my work and creating installations in the landscape that are object-based and media-based. Well, I spent a lot of time as a child in the landscape camping and exploring, and really felt very at home here. And so making work in the landscape seemed like a natural transition for me, especially when I moved back to Bathurst after, about a decade of living in other places, including London. Eastern Interiors is really about following the early pathways of explorers and referring back to their journals about this region from Bathurst through to Albury. I'm interested in referencing the language that the early explorers and colonisers used to describe the landscape, because it's those early interpretations and descriptions that I think inform our present day relationship to this country. In this work I'm using an antique mirror, so it's an object that has a European iconography, if you like. So the mirror is there to reflect back to the viewer a scene or a vista of the landscape, but at the same time it's an illusion, it's not actually real. So it's highlighting the way that Europeans projected onto the landscape their ideals and morphed this country into a product or commodity. I create the work on site, so I usually work with one assistant, sometimes two, and I will revisit a site several times before I make a decision to make work there. I think for me, working in the landscape on site allows for an alchemy to occur between the elements that can't otherwise be achieved. I mean, I could easily Photoshop a chandelier or a mirror or text into an image, but there would just be something lacking for me. It's the unpredictability of nature and of the weather and light that creates the work. Frightful is from not an explorer, but from Governor Macquarie's journal when he came to cross the Blue Mountains 200 years ago to proclaim Bathurst the first inland settlement of the colony. And as he was coming down from the Blue Mountains toward the Bathurst Plains, he described the descent as a frightful, tremendous pass, which I thought was a really interesting combination of words, frightful, tremendous pass.
Look at it again, Nicole.
That's great, I'm taking a shot. Usually when it's worked, I just know. It's all of the elements come together, and it's lighting and it's atmosphere, the weather, and the introduced element, the projection or the object is in the right position, doing the right thing, and it all comes together, and I usually know within that instant, and often I shout out, "That's it, I've got it."